Hi, I'm Monica Gingold and I'm here with Sarah Tileke, and we have just created this video showing you how to do Meghan Markle's wedding makeup look, and I hope you enjoy the video. So I'm going to start by prepping the skin with Embryolisse and Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow. Embryolisse is great for hydrating the skin, and the Wonder Glow adds a bit of a gold shimmery reflect to give the skin a beautiful glow. So I'm using Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in number 6 with the Ray Morris 23 foundation brush. I'm using the Armani foundation because it's a light sheer coverage which allows us to still see freckles, which was very much like how Meghan had her makeup for the wedding. Just evens out skin tone and texture a little bit, but still really looks like skin. Now I'm using the Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage Concealer. This is number 3, and I'm just using my finger to pat it on because the warmth of my finger with the warmth of Sarah's skin just makes the product sit really naturally and really into the skin rather than on top of the skin, so it doesn't look too heavy. To set the makeup, I'm using MAC Prep and Prime powder. It's a really light, delicate powder, so it doesn't look very powdery. And I'm just smoothing out the creases in the eyelids and using a tiny bit of powder to set that so that that won't move around. So I'm just going to brush the brows. I'm not going to put too much in. Sarah's got really good brows naturally, so she doesn't need much at all, but just to give the brows a little bit of definition, I'm using a medium brown brow powder with a flat angle brush, and I'm just going in just where it's needed, basically just around the edges, and I'm following the direction that the hairs grow because I don't want it to look painted and I don't want it to look very makeup-y. It's just to enhance the brow that she already has. So now I'm setting the brows in place with a clear brow gel, and that just locks that colour in underneath, stops the hairs moving around. So I'm starting on the eyes with a light warm brown matte colour over the whole eyelid. I'm using a fluffy brush to make it very blended, the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette, and I'm applying the colour. It's really just like a wash over the eye. It's not really intense. You can still see the skin underneath. Now I'm going to use a chocolate brown matte eyeshadow from Visart, and I'm just pressing it along the lash line and smudging that in. And I'm using a small fluffy brush, and I'm just blending this chocolate brown and the light brown base in together. And I'm just using the lighter brown, the first eyeshadow, blending this under the bottom lashes. Not like a line, very, very soft and blended out. For bronzer, I'm going to use the Benefit Cooler bronzer. It's not too dark and it's quite matte. I'm applying this just below the cheekbone for a very subtle, natural contour. And I'm just applying it below the cheekbone as a contour and a little bit above the forehead. Just blending some of that bronzer down the neck a little bit. For the blush, I'm using still a cream blush, and the colour is Lilium. It's a light pink, and I'm applying it just to the front of the cheeks to give very natural blush of colour and very youthful glow. For the highlight, I'm using Benefit What's Up highlighter, and I'm using my fingers again to really push it into the skin so it doesn't sit on top of the skin. It really looks like the skin's natural glow. And I'm still using the same highlighter here and just adding a little touch to the inner corners of the eyes. To make the eyes look fresh and white and bright, I'm using a cream eyeliner pencil on the inner waterline of the eye. And what that does is it creates the illusion that the waterline of the eye is part of the white of the eye, so the eyes look nice and big and fresh. I'm curling the lashes, and I curl a couple of points along the lash so that they've got a natural curl. So I'm about to do the lips, and just to make sure the shape is really refined, I'm just got a little bit of the foundation on a brush, just going around the edges to make sure that it's a really clean shape. So for the lips, I'm using Hug Me from MAC, which is a really lovely natural nudie pink lip colour, great for bridal. And from what I can tell from the pictures, she didn't use a pencil. It was very, very subtle. Everything about the look was just about enhancing her natural beauty. It wasn't really about the makeup at all. Okay, so I'm about to do lashes, and you can see Sarah's natural lashes are pretty amazing. She doesn't really need any falsies, but I am using these little cluster eyelashes. There are 3 individual lashes attached together, just to give a bit of a winged effect on the eye. So these little trio of individual lashes are great if you've got someone who's got very curly eyelashes. Like Sarah's eyelashes are very curly, so because they're attached on a base, they sit straighter, whereas sometimes the individuals can move around a little bit. The makeup's almost finished, and now I'm going back with the MAC Prep and Prime powder, just patting in a little bit of powder just wherever it's needed, mostly T-zone, side of the nose. And to finish off, I'm using Becca Champagne Pop just across the chest, just to give the skin a really nice glow. So this is the finished look, and we can see Sarah's beautiful skin, her freckles still coming through, brows really natural, very subtly filled in, soft brown eyes, glowy, dewy skin, and I think she looks a lot like Meghan, very regal and princess-like, and I hope you enjoyed watching the video.